Hi, I'm Dan McLellan, your Chargers Rapid Reporter for CBSSports.com, and this is the Chargers Preview Show, where each and every week I give you a little information about the game to come. This week, the 2-0 San Diego Chargers host the Falcons, who are also 2-0. Should be quite a game. Historically, the Chargers are at a real big disadvantage in this game. The Falcons lead the all-time series 7-1, including 5 consecutive trips into San Diego, with wins outscoring the Chargers 118 to 55 points. Under Mike Smith, the Falcons are also 5-0 on West Coast games. However, all of those games are in the past. What we have on Sunday are 2 evenly matched teams. You've got the Chargers' high-powered offense, led by quarterback Phillip Rivers, who has a ton of weapons, including tight end Antonio Gates, wide receiver Malcolm Floyd, who already has 175 receiving yards, including 4 for 20 yards or more. Meanwhile, quarterback Matt Ryan of the Falcons hasn't thrown an interception this year, and he's got a ton of weapons, including Roddy White, who has 189 receiving yards, Julio Jones, who's an excellent receiver, and tight end Tony Gonzalez, who already has 2 TDs, despite this being his 16th year into the league. On the defensive side, the Falcons may run a 4-3 and the Chargers may run a 3-4, but both teams like to get after the quarterback. What then separates these two teams? What's going to make the difference on Sunday? Well, the Falcons have a clear advantage in the turnover department. They lead the NFL with a +7. They picked off Manning in his first 3 possessions on Monday night and 4 total turnovers on the first quarter, which led to 13 points, the difference in the game. The Chargers are only +1 in the turnover department. The good news there, though, that's in the Chargers' hands. Rivers can be smart with the ball, and if you're smart when you're carrying the ball, you're not going to put it on the ground. And I think the Chargers, if they don't lose the turnover battle, or maybe it's just a plus or minus of 1 in this game, can hold tight with the Falcons there. The Chargers are going to have an edge in this game in the running game. They have the best running defense so far in the NFL. They're holding opponents to only 41.5 yards per carry, and themselves were able to put some yards up last week with over 100 combined yards of rushing, with several players running the ball. The Falcons, meanwhile, have been struggling rushing the ball. They only have averaged 75 yards of rushing per game. Their leading rusher, Michael Turner, only has 74 combined yards, and Turner had a DUI after Monday night's game. Whether that affects this week's game, I don't know, but I've got to believe that it's been a distraction for the Falcons getting ready on this short week. Where I think the primary difference is the style of offenses. The Falcons like to run a no-huddle offense. The disadvantage of that is it creates short drives, whether you're successful or not, and keeps your defense on the field for most of the game. The Chargers dominated last Sunday and held the ball for 44-plus minutes. I'm not saying they're going to hold the ball this long, but I think they can win the time of possession battle, and that's going to be huge coming down the stretch of the game when you have 2 close teams. The fourth quarter is going to be huge, and I think the Falcons' defense is going to be more tired than the Chargers' defense, and ultimately could decide the game. Other thing could decide the game is who's playing in it, so let's take a look at that in the injury report. Once again, the Chargers will be without left tackle Jared Gaither with back spasms and Sharice Wright high ankle sprain. However, I think they're going to get back. Ryan Mathews is listed as questionable. Mathews was listed as questionable last week, but didn't play as I predicted. Totally different scenario this week. He's practiced all week in practice. Turner said he's basically listed as questionable because he wanted to see how he reacted that full week of practice without having done it since August 9th when he broke his right clavicle in the preseason opener against the Packers. They also should get back tight end Antonio Gates, who missed last week with sore ribs. I thought Gates was going to play, but that ended up being a game-time decision. Spoke to Gates today, and he said that his ribs are night and day difference this week compared to how they felt last week. All the other Charger players on the injury report are also listed as probable. So in all, it looks like the Chargers are pretty healthy for this game, and that could make a big difference. One thing the Chargers haven't done well under Norv Turner is come back in the fourth quarter to win a game. In fact, You have to go back to Week 9 of 2009, the last time the Chargers won or tied a game with the final possession. But I think it could happen this week, and I'm predicting a very narrow victory. Chargers 24, Falcons 23. For all the latest on Chargers coverage, please visit CBS Sports every single day. Please also follow me on Twitter at CBS Chargers and San Diego Sports. Please also tune into my radio show heard on Extra Sports 1360 Sunday mornings from 9 to 10. Sports Squawk Sunday with Doug and Dan.